For my people in the front, in the nosebleed section.
So today I'm going to be going through some more tattoo apprenticeship questions and bits and bobs that I just wanted to speak about today. So I'm going to be showing you some stuff from my old portfolio when I first walked into the tattoo studio, and the kind of stuff that I came in with that landed me in my apprenticeship. And I'm also going to be talking to you about some tips and stuff as well if you were looking for an apprenticeship. So to start off, I'll show you through a few pages. I've taken them out my portfolio now, so they're just going to be like sheets of paper. But I'm going to show you a few sheets and the thinking behind them. So just to give you kind of a bit of an idea. So I've got this here is my attempt at traditional. So this is kind of one of the first things I ever drew traditionally, and it was also the first time I ever used E. coli brush pens, I think they're called. And you have like a little smudger thing you can buy as well. It's like clear, and you just colour it in, and you can just like merge out to like create gradients and stuff like that. I'd never used these pens before, so this is sort of a first go at it. And anybody who draws traditional or tattoos traditionally or anything like that, you think it looks really easy and simple, but it's really not. Sometimes the simplest things are the hardest to do, and actually to simplify an image and still make it look like something good and something stylized as well is a proper big challenge. So this was my attempt at traditional that was in my portfolio. I tried to do something a little bit sort of, this is a bit crumpled, so you have to excuse the edge of it, but I tried to do something a little bit different. I did like superhero dogs. So you got like Green Lantern Chihuahua, Doberman Batman, Spaniel Flash, and Pug Joker. These are more illustrative style. I think the style that I tend to lean towards is always illustrative, but this was sort of me trying to think outside the box. So sometimes it might be good to do a couple of pieces that are a little bit original and sort of that you don't actually see as tattoos anyway. So next up I have, okay, so my attempt at mandala drawings. So these are obviously not that great. It was the first time I ever drew these. I kind of looked online and on YouTube as well, really good place to find out about how I could draw mandala. Yeah, so that's basically where I got with it. And this was in my portfolio as well, just to show to the tattoo studios that even though my style is more illustrative, that I will try and do things that are popular and also in a different style. So this here as well, I remember when I drew this picture, I remember thinking, I'm never going to be able to top this. This is like the epitome of how good I am going to be at drawing. So this was a cat with a teacup with some kind of cauliflower looking flowers on the bottom and a fish. I can't really tell you the thinking behind it. But I remember being extremely proud of this. This is actually the front page of my portfolio, because I remember watching another YouTube video saying put the best piece at the front, the one that you're really proud of. And this was my piece that I was really proud of. But you know, it's a start, and you know, got me the apprenticeship, so. And this here I was kind of thinking, I know that dolphin tattoos and stuff like that used to be popular, but I thought about sort of making it a bit new. Cactus are quite popular at the moment, and flamingos. So I just wanted to kind of draw something a bit in my style, kind of illustrative, but take like old sort of popular things and make them popular again, hopefully. So that was my attempt at doing that. That was the thinking behind that piece. I did some pin-up girls as well. And they were a little bit curvier, just because sometimes I think pin-up girls are really, really skinny, and I think it would just be nice to see some that have a big bum and big legs and stuff. So that's why I drew that. And then I did an attempt at an Egyptian basket, I think it's called. I didn't shade it or anything like that. At the time I wasn't really very experienced in shading or anything. So this was just sort of, I looked at a photograph and drew it from that. It was probably like the third drawing I did seriously, like thinking about, okay, I need to put a portfolio together. So this is probably like the third drawing that I did, like big piece for a portfolio. And I think that was probably like page number 2 or 3 in my portfolio. So I was really proud of that piece as well. 20 pieces is what I did. I think I had about 18 or 20 pieces. And I tried to use a range. So as I said, I usually like drawing illustrative, but I did try to do realism and mandalas and traditional, even though, as you can see at the time, I really sucked at drawing that. But it was the trying and it was the thought, and actually improved my illustrative style of drawing. As I was broadening my range of styles I was trying to draw, it actually improved what I do already. So there's a benefit in trying other things as well. I would say something not to put in your portfolio is like photos of any tattoos you've done. I would advise do not do any tattoos at home before you go into a tattoo studio, just because you don't know the kind of hygiene precautions that we take. You don't know how to protect your equipment from things or how to sterilize it properly. So because you don't know that, or how to put it together and tune it and stuff, you're better off waiting until you have an apprenticeship, and then they will teach you how to do all of that. And also, I would actually add on, don't buy a machine before an apprenticeship as well. I made the mistake of spending a few £100s on a machine, which is useless. Basically, the frame is really complicated on it, and it's a coil, it's really heavy. I didn't really know about weights or anything like that. I didn't know about choosing a frame, and the frame is so complicated that basically it would just be a massive pain in the ass to clean. And now I tattoo with a rotary machine. Which is way better, way lighter, and way easier to clean. But I didn't know that, and I'd wasted money on it. So just from a don't waste your money point of view, I would say stay clear of buying a machine before an apprenticeship too, and get advice from the people that are teaching you how to tattoo, because they'll know all the good machines and stuff for you. And also I would say study your art more. So like during the year that I was really focusing on like getting an apprenticeship, I would listen to YouTube videos all the time about the fundamentals of drawing, about lighting, about tips and tricks on how to draw realism better, and how to draw all the other styles as well. I would sort of pick a style for each week that I would just draw loads and loads of. So like a week of traditional, week of realism, week of illustrative or neo-traditional, and I would just try and teach myself about each style, and then once I'd gone round I'd then go back again and do it again. So that improved my drawing. So it's not just about drawing loads, because lots of people say, oh, you just need to draw more. It's more about learning and drawing, so being able to spot things that you've done that are wrong and then think about how to improve them. And I'm still doing that now, and I hope that I'm always doing that throughout my career, that I'm always looking at my work critically, but thinking about how to go forward with it. So that's basically my advice with the tattoo apprenticeship. So until you've done those things, until you've brought up a really good portfolio, looked into different styles, even look at the history behind them as well, and you know, and don't practice on anybody until you've been taught something. That's basically what I'd advise you do before you step into a studio, so you have a good portfolio. And I hope that my examples as well showed you of, you know, somebody attempting to show a range of styles. Great, thank you, see you next week, and visit my Etsy shop, Blair Lucra, and buy some prints. Mwah.